Yes, sir. It's your boy B Hayes back with another one, guys. So AMC, the investigation has begun. So as we know, back at the beginning of this thing, when GameStop first took off and made the whole meme stock frenzy go throughout the whole world, everybody's making money. New beginners, people coming in the market with all their government assistance money, just making bank. Even teenagers. So with that being said, we know that a lot of sneaky stuff was going on. Things done under the rug, behind the table, naked shorting. Uh, these big hedge funds shorting companies more than the actual float, meaning it's only 100% of anything. They'll be shorting this thing over 120%. So that means they putting, they only could put 1 billion in, but they like, man, I'm gonna put 10 in because I know for a fact that what I'm doing is dirty. I know I'm gonna make my money. It's already destined. So why not over leverage, like overdo myself and be extra greedy? And all of it came back and bit them in the ass. That's why they tried to take the buy button out for GameStop. Once they took the buy button out, something ran up to $350 a share, $400. What's going to happen when you take the buy button out and you would short this company at $10? Oh, you were shorting it all the way down to zero, and then it shoot to 350, 400. You down. I'm talking, triple digit millions. You probably down close to $100 million, and you down all this money. What you going to do? You got ties with the brokerage that also and that's in making money with you. You losing money, costing them lose money. Robinhood and Citadel. So hey, how about I come up with some type of excuse, saying the clearinghouse couldn't clear the funds for all the money that's being made from these retail investors. The money is not there. We don't have the collateral. So what we have to do is just stop the trading, the buying and selling of this. But we ain't gonna stop the buying and selling. We gonna just stop the buying. Cause if we stop the buying, guess what's gonna happen? When no security or asset don't have any buying pressure, and you tell people that they can't buy. You know what I'm gonna think in my head? You really think I'm about to hold something that nobody else can buy to make it go no higher than what it's already at? I know what's. You think I'm a risk? Just okay. I'm gonna just chill. I ain't gonna take these profits. I'm gonna just wait for it to fall. Cause that's all that's can happen. Because ain't nobody buying it. Cause they can't buy it. And in order for the stock to go up more, they got to buy it. But you took the buy button, so that's gonna cause it to fall real quick. But once it falls, it's gonna bounce back because we gonna put the buy button back. And it fell from 350 all the way down to like $30, $40, and then went from 30, 40 back to 100, 200, 300, and came back down to 200, came down to 100, 150, consolidated at triple digits, and then had a stock split. So as we know, guys, like I say, to put it all together, that's exactly what happened. Soon as it dropped from the threes all the way down to 30, 40, that's, you know, $270 per share, $300 on the share price. That's how much they saved. Now instead of being down 100 million, I'm just down like, 9 million. And then some may say, well, they still took a loss because they shorted it at 15. They still took a loss for $15 a share. What the hell is $15 a share compared to $300 a share? They say that's like, I'd be glad to pay $30 a share if I lost 300 a share, but I was able to rig up the system and do dirty stuff and save myself that much. I'd be glad to pay even more, a little more, like, dang, you saved me. How much more can I give you just in case that happened again? So like I say, guys, there's a lot of dirty stuff going on, but now the investigation is underway. AMC trading in after hours at $25.46, up over 7% on today, guys. Solid day overall. We didn't get the push like we was expecting, guys, but like I say, let me go ahead and say I was wrong. I did expect for us to push to the high 20s, maybe even $30 on today. Some seen my title when it said 35. That was just a title. I didn't never say 35. I said between the high 20s and $30, between 28 and 32. I was expecting for us to hit that target. So we didn't hit 28, nor did we hit 32. We hit a high of 26.08. But as we know, guys, the whole overall market just flipped after a successful morning. And once it flipped, we did get back some. And the reason, different reasoning, but one of the main reasons is because the market is made to be tricky. It want to mess with you psychologically. That's why whenever it dipped like that, a lot of people was spitting, oh, what's going on? Is it, let me sell everything, and then it picked back up. They're like, oh, okay, let me buy back. You know, and the whole time I made a video prior letting you guys know it was a fake. Like, don't worry, don't trip. It's gonna bounce right back. You know, we're not worried. So anyways, guys, we know that this investigation is going on. I told you guys from the beginning, months and months ago, they're going to start with the smallest guys. This should have been a US SEC investigation for hedge fund Citadel. It shouldn't have, that what it should have been. But like I told you guys, it's baby steps. They start with the smallest ones with the least amount of assets, the least amount of liquidity in order to get, you know, lawyers in place and all these, pull these different strings because they got so much money. Money equals power. They start with the smallest ones, the ones that they feel as if they can control a bit and, you know, get them if it got to that point. And that's why they'll take down the smaller guys. Hopefully they'll even know something and flip on the bigger guys. So that being said, guys, the next one up right here is Melvin Capital. Melvin Capital, the ones that's not familiar with it, Melvin Capital, as far as the size of it, put that in comparison so you guys can know exactly what I mean, how they attack the smaller guys first and how powerful it is the bigger guys. To put in perspective, Melvin Capital have about 33 employees, guys. 33. But they managing a lot of money though, so they do put them up in rank a bit. But they're still the smaller guys. They managing about $13 billion in assets. And then on the other spectrum of the stick, we got Citadel. Citadel has over 2,000 employees, probably about 2,300, 2,400 employees. Thousands of employees, right? And Melvin Capital got 33. Citadel managing about 50 billion plus in assets. So you see how big and more powerful and all these workers that you got for you, you know, they know people and he know people. Like, it's a lot of connection, and really they don't need their workers people because they is at the top. Like, they can really, you know, move some things and continue to do what they doing, that dirty mess. So because we all know this should have been, then, you know, came to light, something should have been done, happened. It's been a long time. So anyways, guys, as we know, the U.S. securities regulator is looking into Melvin Capital management, risk control, and investors disclosure. After the hedge funds were hammered by the meme stock rally last year, the Wall Street Journal reported on Thursday, the SEC contacted the hedge funds investors in recent months and is probing whether the company misled them when it raised money last year, the report said, citing people familiar with the matter. The SEC is also seeking information on what the firm, founded by Gabe Plockton, disclosed about the risk of its investment strategy to clients, according to the report. An SEC spokesperson declined to comment to a request from retruders. Melvin Capital said in May it was shut down after taking a beating during this year's market slump. The hedge fund also posted heavy losses in 2021, partly because of its bets against meme stock GameStop. So we know a lot of hedge funds lost a lot of money. That's what I was just saying, and a lot of them got it back. And they also got money back whenever the people was getting money back. You know, retail investors, regular everyday people, workers, everybody, these businesses, they always getting money back. And whenever this happened, they cheated their way to get money back, like a lot of their money back. Because this would have, you know, this right here would have bankrupt these people. I'm talking about, I believe they would have lost so much money that they couldn't have came up out of this. They got resources and leverage and stuff, but that's the thing about going short, why I never do it. It's no amount to how much you can lose. GameStop was on its way to thousands. So if it would have went to $1,000, I ain't gonna say thousands, but I know it would have reached 1,000 if they wouldn't have took that buy button out. And if it would have got there, they would have been down like 250, you know, $1 million, probably like $250 million, maybe even 300 million. I'm not sure what the exact math is on that, but they would have been down hundreds of millions of dollars. And then say if it went to another 1,000, 2,000, they would have been down, you know, $1 billion, $2 billion, and then it keep going. 3, 4, 5 billion, 10 billion. Then it get to the point to where you in a hole to what your hedge fund not even worth. Like Melvin Capital, if they got, you know, had a big position on it, and your hedge fund is worth 13 billion, and you getting a whole 14 B's, like your whole, you done lost everything plus a B that you got to use a credit card or something and try and scrape yourself back out of the water. And if you end up losing double what you worth, imagine you mess around and, you know, something go crazy, the $10,000 a share, and you lose double what your company worth and what you worth. You mess around, lose 26, 30 billion. Now that's like something that is hard to come back from. It ain't too many credit lines that's just going to be giving you. It ain't really any credit lines that's going to be giving these billionaires $1 billion. They probably could get, you know, millions, but I don't think it's just they gonna get no billion like that. That's my take on it. But you already know, guys, it's getting okay. It's getting hot. I'm telling you, we already got good traction going, and now you telling me y'all getting investigated. They peeping in your stuff. Okay, so you already know what to do, guys. I love y'all. Add me on Instagram at the B Hayes Show. Get your VIP. I love you. We out, and God bless you.